Joyous greetings, family. Joan Vivek, aka Aina, say again with you in this time space talking numerology. As usual, before we begin, I give thanks to my ancestors, all those who have been before, who have laid the foundation, who've walked the path that I now tread. I give you thanks for igniting that spark within me that now carries me forward, leading me to the fulfillment of my destiny. May all those who watch this video with a view to changing and developing and growing themselves be fully blessed. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So today I thought that I would talk something about not just the numbers in numerology, but how you could use the numbers, because it's not just about knowing that you're a life path 1 or 2 or 9 or master number 11, 12, whatever. What does that do for you? How does that help improve your life? Alright, so I'm going to give you an idea just using the number 1 for today, how you can use that information when you get it to kind of improve your life and to be more harmonized with that vibration, and therefore be able to bring it forth in what you think and what you do and what you say. Alright, so we're using, as I said, the number 1. We know that the vibration of the 1 is one of the pioneer. It's an independent energy. It's an energy of self-sufficiency. It is the first one to have been materialized from the whole creative force, whatever we want to call that creative force. The number 1 was the first vibration to materialize. So the number 1 had to be creative. The number 1 has to look around and see what's needed, and not just see what's needed, but to be able to go out there and get things done. The number 1 is a masculine energy. It is about pushing forward, going into things, going out of things, but being able to push. And it is associated with the sun. We know that the sun just shines and penetrates everything, right? The sun is a masculine energy as well. So the 1 carries that kind of energy that is able to permeate things. The 1, if we're talking in terms of tarot cards, the 1 is the energy of the magician. And we know that the magician has everything, all the tools at his or her disposal, and is able to manifest things from the spirit realm into the material realm. Alright, so those are just some of the meanings. Also, the number 1, for those who into the Orisha tradition, will know that the number 1 is associated with Orisha issue, and we know that we must consult with Orisha issue before we do anything if we really want to be successful. And that energy guides us into examining the pros and the cons of situations before we come to a decision. Alright, so we need to look at the black and the white of things before we can come to a medium, before we can come to a decision. If we don't do our research and don't examine the many different aspects of a thing properly, we could often defeat ourselves. Alright, so that 1 energy is very important, not just in the lives of those who have that, who were born on the 1st, but in all of our lives, because remember, 1 is in everything. all of the other numbers have 1 within them. If it's 2, it's 1 and 1. If it's 3, you can have 3 ones, and all the numbers going up the road. Alright, so that 1 is in everything. So that all of our energies, regardless of what it is, it would consist of 1s as well. So we could all draw from the strength of the 1, although those who were born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th would be more in alignment with that 1 energy. Alright, so let us look at how we can bring that energy a little bit stronger into our lives, especially for those dates that I talked about, the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. Alright? So let us examine the 1. The 1 is straight up. It's like a vertical line, more or less, right? So when we look at that, we can see that the 1 is like, has a straight connection between the upper realms and the material realm. Alright? Straight up. It's not bending, it's not twisting, it's not anything like that. So it's a direct line between the higher realms and the earthly space. So let's do a little bit of meditation now to bring in that 1 energy. Alright? So what you're going to do, you're going to sit somewhere quiet. You're going to just find a space where you most likely won't be disturbed for just a few minutes. Alright? And you could also find a time, because if you live in a busy household, maybe early in the morning, maybe late at night when everybody else is asleep, you can find that space to do that meditation. Alright, so it's not going to be too long. So you just sit down, feet planted on the floor, keep your spine as erect as you can, and you breathe. You become conscious. Now, I know you're breathing all the time, right? But you become conscious of your breathing. You make your breaths a little bit longer if you can. You slow your breathing down. Slow it down, in and out. In and out. In and out. And you focus on that breathing. And as you focus on that breathing, you see the number 1. You see the number 1, that line, that vertical line between heaven and earth, if you will. You see that energy, and you know that that energy is equal to you standing tall. And you begin to feel the strength of you standing tall. Standing tall between heavenly realms and the earthly realm. You begin to feel yourself in alignment with that 1. Continue to breathe. Continue to see the 1. Continue to feel the 1. And as you continue to feel the 1, you are going to be the 1. And as you become the 1, you're going to feel the strengthening of that pioneering spirit. You're going to feel the strengthening of that entrepreneurial spirit. You're going to feel that individuality. You're going to feel that independence. You're going to feel that ability to go out there and create what needs to be created. You're going to feel that strength within yourself. You're going to feel that oneness with your Creator. And you're going to allow it to flow within you. To flow and to build and to strengthen and to grow. And you're going to know that that vibration is there with you. And as simple as that is, once you continue to do that and to practice that simple meditation that it is, you're going to feel that strength coming to you, especially if you are in a challenging situation and you may feel daunted by it. You may feel trapped. You may not be able to see your way out. I guarantee you that if you get yourself into that space, into that energy space, into that mental space, you are going to start to feel the effects of it. You are going to start to open yourself up, because what you're doing, remember, all the possibilities are there for us. It's for us to become in alignment with it. So when you start to do that, you begin to align yourself to the possibilities of the one, to the strength of the one, to becoming the one. And so those energies are going to open channels for you. They're going to bring things to you, bring possibilities. Things that you hadn't thought about before are going to just, as we say, come to you. Alright? And your eyes are going to be open. You're going to feel stronger within yourself. As simple as it is. Sometimes the simplest things are the most effective. So I urge you to practice that meditation. And I'm going to be doing ones for the different numbers as we go along. So we just started with that one. And remember, this is especially for the birthday and the life path that amounts to one. When I say that those who were born, your birthday indicates what you already know, what you come into this world with. You come into this world with certain talents, certain abilities, certain skills, something, things that are innate to you, and sometimes, quite a lot of the times, we don't even know it, but it's there in our DNA. And when we begin to do exercises like this, to recognize it, to become in alignment with it, then it starts to flow. Alright? So people who are born on the 1st, and you do that kind of meditation, another way also that you can benefit from that one vibration is to schedule important meetings and so for dates that amount to that number one, because that number one vibration is harmonious with you. So if you have a special appointment or some function that you get the chance to plan it for days that resonate with that one vibration, and you're more likely to have success. So it would be dates like the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th that you could plan to do important things on, especially things that you need to have turn out positive for you. Your best chance would be to schedule it for on those days. Alright, what else was I going to tell you about the one? Alright, so I said the birthdays talk about the things that you hear, that you come with. Whereas now, your life path talks about what you need to grow into. So people who are born with the life path one, they have to grow into that one energy. They may not be fully there yet. So their lives will be about developing that one vibration. And so, that vibration, having to develop that, may put you in situations that are contrary to that. So you may have to grow into it, right? So it's about independence. You may be born into a situation or be in a situation now where you're dependent on somebody for something. Alright, so you have to fight your way towards that independence. You understand what I mean? So sometimes with the life path, you're placed in situations that are contrary to the vibration, deliberately, for you to be able to bring out that. Because remember as well that our souls choose our paths. So before we come here, we decide where we're going to be born. I mean, into whose family we're going to be born. We what we're here to do, what we're coming to do, right? So we contract out, or we agree in spirit what we're coming to do. So, but when we're going through the birth process, most of us, we forget what our agreement was and what we said we would come here to do. So life now is about jarring us and prodding us and turning us and pointing us by the different circumstances and events and people we would meet and information that would sometimes just come to us. It's prodding us to remember that contract, to remember who we are, to remember what we are here to do. So sometimes those of us with the biggest mission have the most problems. Or, as a friend of mine recently told me, he said he doesn't call it problems, he calls it training. Alright, because we have to overcome a lot of obstacles to get to where we need to go. So those who have the life part 1, you have to work towards gaining those attributes and characteristics. Whereas those who were born on those days, you already have it. So your duty or your job now is to share it with the rest of us. Share it with the world and spread the love and the light around. And so I do hope that this video has helped you to see in a way what numerology is about. It's not just saying I'm a life path this or a life path that, or this is my birthday number and this means I this and I that. No. We have responsibilities attached to those vibrations, whether it is to share the attributes and skills that we have, or to grow into them for the purpose of helping humanity, helping us grow, helping the world be a better place. Alright, so these are my little words in terms of helping you to see what numerology is all about. And it is really about getting to know yourself at a deeper, sounder level, some of the many levels of yourself, because remember, your birthday number and your life path number are just 2 of the numbers in your numerology chart. So it is about uncovering a lot about yourself that could help you to live a more intentioned life, a more purposeful life, and a life of greater fulfillment. And as we go along, you'll see what I mean, because I will be sharing with you some of the ways that numerology has helped me in terms of my own personal growth and development. Alright, so if you have enjoyed this little time with me, please like the video. If you think it could benefit anybody else, share it with them. And until next time, because next time we're going to be talking, I'll probably go along the line unless something happens and I really decide to zoom in on a particular number. Alright, but take care of yourselves, know and grow, and let's all evolve as we need to. Alright? So I leave you as I came, thanking my ancestors, the Mother Mary, the universal light healing energies, for keeping me, keeping on. What do you put? Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.